Check, check. Good morning, good morning. Hello, it's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker. How's everybody doing out there? It's Monday, 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 Monday. Yay. How's everybody's weekend going? I want to know it all. Want to hear all about it. Did everyone have a good weekend? What'd you do? Find anything good? See, I want to know all about it. Trying to find the chat right now. Hi, Anissa. You're first. Grandma Magic Classics. Just finished your last night video. Thank you. I think I got one more after that. So I have 12 going out this morning. So not too shabby. Waiting for Miss Sally, Miss Nikki. Hope she's feeling better. Who else is out there? Miss Lori. I'm sure they'll be coming in soon. Sassy Seller. Went to the Carolina meetup with Prof Sales and Karn. Such a great group of people. That's awesome. Very cool. Very cool. I bet they are. I bet they're just, nice people. Good people. That's always a good thing. Morning, Amelia Sales. So yeah, I had 12 going out this morning. So it's not it wasn't it was a it was a good weekend, but it wasn't a great weekend. It could have been better. Could have been a lot worse too. So you just never know. Morning, Thriller Thrifting. How are you? You look very tan in your picture. I need to go and look at your. I miss having a tan. Um, yeah, you have a good color. Um, Good morning, Maria. Welcome. Thriller 13 says 12 is awesome. Awesome. Put a little T in there just because it was so awesome. Um, that's awesome. Very good. I I like to be. I feel like I look better if I'm tanned. So I think we're gonna have to get a tan on this summer. Definitely get out there and get some sun and get some vitamin D going on in the old body. Um, I'm doing better. I still have this cough that's lingering, but doing better. You didn't have any sales this weekend? Yikes. Did you list this weekend? Yeah, might have to change some things up and you know, maybe go and look at your listings and see if there's any, thing that you can change around and yeah, you got a list. You got a list. If there's they've got the Cassini, and I went over this last night. They've got Cassini and all these algorithms and all these wives' tales, and if you do this, if you do that, if you do, and I understand you got the grandkids, so I mean that makes it really difficult to um, list. But sometimes you got to find the time. That's all. That's all I'm gonna. That's. It's easy for me to say because I don't have any responsibility. I have 3 dogs, and I can list. There's sometimes where I can list like 12 hours, 15 hours. Yesterday I got 33 listings up, which isn't fabulous. I mean, for me it's fabulous. For me it's good. But I didn't think I could list that much, and I proved to myself that I can. So the secret's out, and yeah. So I don't know. That makes it hard when you don't get the time to. You have to have time to list. Going out and shopping and getting the stuff, that's the fun part. But um, you know, listing is part of that process also, and so you have to get that going. Bridget says she went to 2 auctions this weekend. Now she's got lots and lots to list. That's great. Michael Carter, when do you leave buyer feedback? Well, I usually leave it when the buyer pays, because basically um, they've completed their part of the contract. Basically, it's kind of a faux or a pseudo, I guess you could say, a pseudo contract. But once they buy the item, then that's them. That's they've completed their part. So that's when I would leave the feedback for them. Is that Sally?
No.
No? Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like Sally.
No.
Bridget says I leave it when they leave it for me. I have it set up automatically. So when they leave feedback, it's automatically left for them. Yeah. That's a good way to look at it too. I think I have mine on automatic, and I think mine's about the same way. So, well, how are
I
you
used to
today?
do it to where they would get it when they um they paid for the item,
Yeah.
and then I switched it to where they wouldn't get it until after they already left me feedback.
Mhm.
And I noticed that a lot of the times I would not get feedback at
Mhm.
all if I would leave it like that. So I changed it back
Did you?
to where if they paid for the item, then they would get left feedback or whatever. So
Yeah.
I was like, and it seemed like I had a lot less problems with feedback that way too. So you know,
Good. How are you doing this morning?
I'm hanging in there. I didn't want to get out of bed.
I hear you. It was real well. I didn't go to bed until 3 in the morning. I went to bed at I went to bed at 12. It was like 12 o'clock. I went to bed, and then I laid there. And usually I don't lay in bed if and just lay there.
Yeah.
I laid there for an hour and didn't fall asleep. So I was like, well, I guess I'll be getting up. So I got up and I came in here and turned the TV on and watched some TV. Tried to get comfortable, thinking maybe I could just lay back in the chair and go to sleep. No. So about 3, I went back to bed and went to sleep.
Wow.
So that makes for, a extra long day. So it was kind of hard to get going this morning,
I'm sure.
but I'm doing it. Hello, Shantae. Good morning, Shelly. Good morning, Pappy.
I had another
Oh,
sale last night, so I gotta
oh,
get that together.
yeah, I ended up with 12. 12 for the
I
weekend,
ended
so
up with 9.
that's good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Super exciting.
And I got my what did I get it up? I got 33 listings up yesterday.
Awesome. I don't think I got that many. I probably got 20 or so altogether.
Yeah, I finished up what I had drafted last night after I did my shipping and everything, and I said, well, there's no reason why you can't just go in there and knock these out. There's no reason to do that. So I went ahead and and it didn't take me very long. It only took me about 10 minutes to take the pictures of them and, wrap them up and all that. So,
Yeah.
Today is going to be an inventory put away day. I'm going
Mm,
to get everything um, back on track with that. And then, but, first and foremost, most is listing, but
yeah.
I got to get the listings done. But I like to take little breaks too. So, do some listing, take a break, and go do something else. And then,
Oh no. Karen's in a panic. She can't find an item.
uh-oh.
Well, if you know it's there, then if you know that you didn't sell it already, I know it's kind of hard to remember. Definitely, yeah, and it has to be mailed today. Well, you have until like 5 o'clock, so just start looking. Go over everything. I don't know how you have your inventory set out, but
Yeah.
see if there could have been a mistake in that. You know, um, kind of take your time about it. It's better if you, and this is like I'm the worst at this, but like just keep calm and stuff. But just recheck, and if you have somebody else there with you or something, or somebody comes over, have them check, because sometimes your eyes just can't see it.
Yeah. And if it's one of those items that could be in the box but not likely, look in that box.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's been times where I have, just last night. It's really hard to find an item when, like with me, I've got probably 5 totes full of inventory that needs to get put away, in their what am I trying to say?
In
In
the
their
tote.
spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I was digging through everything last night because
Yeah.
and it wasn't a lot of it's not even stuff that I've recently listed. I mean, it's
Yeah.
been like that for a while. So it's time to buckle down, time to get some stuff done, get some order in my inventory room, and Yeah, got to get it done. So, and I've got a little bit more room now, so I can't use that as an excuse.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
The panic search. Yeah. I know that happens to me too. And I try not to get it to that point, but it's hard whenever you are, you have to, push yourself to list and take pictures and stuff like that. And then you have to push yourself to take, do your inventory too. It sucks.
Yeah.
But we all know that once it's done and over with, it's so much better.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. It's a small jewelry box. I don't know what the heck I did with it.
Oh.
Hmm.
So should it be on a shelf or should it be in a bin or a box or something? Morning, Mike.
Thanks, Maria. Morning, Mike. Yeah. Well, that's one of the things that I did. I did this weekend was I moved my hard goods into another room. Basically, condensed 3 shelves into 2 shelves, and so now I'm, with that. But it gave me some more room to put. It gave me more room to put, more stuff. So
Yeah.
it'll be okay. It'll be fine. Grandma Magic Classics. Then after 3 hours of searching, Nick will find it in 10 minutes. I don't know if I should hug him or smack him.
Right. I know. I hate that. I'm looking and looking and looking, and all of a sudden Brandon finds it and like, oh, what's right here? And usually it's me that, he searches and searches and searches, and I find it in like 5 seconds,
Right.
But
And sometimes what I'll do is, like, okay, so like last night I was looking for a pair of Rocky Mountain jeans, and they were a size 11. And so I'm going through and I'm looking and I had a pair of 13s is what it said on the package. So I was like, okay. I went and I seen the 13s. So I was like, well, I'm going to take these out of the bag this time because I'd seen them like 2 or 3 times, but I could not find the 11s. So I took them out of the bag, checked the size on them, and they were 11s. I had put the wrong size on the bag. So I was like, you dumbass.
Yep.
Get my dumbass sign out. And
I do that shit all the time. Like,
jeez.
I'll put 12s on the inventory list because I have a spreadsheet that I use. So I
Mhm.
put 12s on that, and then they're actually size 10s, And
Yeah.
I'm like looking all over, and so I just find the next best thing and I try to match them up, Like, where did I go wrong? I know
Yeah.
I did something.
Yeah.
Good
Hey,
morning,
Chris.
dumbasses. I'm just kidding. Y'all said that. Y'all said it. I was just repeating.
Uh-huh.
I was just repeating.
Thanks, Todd.
Y'all are pretty
Yeah.
Now,
cute dumbasses, though, I gotta admit. Just the
wow.
cutest dumbasses I know.
Aw.
And I include myself in that. Hey, I have news.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I have news.
Well, tell us the news.
I found my keys.
Oh my
Alright.
gosh.
Where'd
Oh
you
my
find them?
In the
God.
freezer.
Oh, they're right where I left them.
Where
Yeah,
were
they
they at?
were.
On the
Oh,
counter?
In your truck?
No, they were on. Excuse me. On the back of one of the dining room chairs.
Oh,
On the seat part.
there you
And
go.
the seats are dark blue, so the keys just kind of blended in. Anyway, God,
So they weren't like lost.
No,
You
they-
actually.
They were somewhere in the house. They just
yeah,
needed
but
to.
they've been gone a week, and it's like losing your cell phone,
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, I
It's a
tell
piece
you
of
what,
stuff.
the stress of losing the keys and having them gone for a while was way bigger than the relief of finding them.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Because even when you find them, you just go, "You dumbass! What did you put them there for and leave them?"
Yep.
I think what I did, I had carried in some stuff from outside and set everything down because I was tired, or something like that,
Yeah.
and then everything else got picked up but the keys, and they just sat there for a week, going, "Hey, we're over here." Oh. I need to put one of those Finder tracker thingies on my whole life, I think. Where did I leave my pickup? Oh my.
Well, I'm glad you
I know.
found them.
I do that a lot, like not thinking, like if I have my hands full and like my arms, and then like if I have something in my hands too, like as soon as I let everything in my arms go, everything comes out of my hands too. So
Yeah.
like I can't go, like if I'm going to the dumpster at at work or something, I can't have something in my arm and then like before I go home or whatever. I can't have something in my arms and go to the dumpster, because I know that if I go to the dumpster, that everything is going to fly out of my arms.
Yeah.
And
I think that's
I'm going to lose my
exactly
keys
what
or
I
something.
did. That's exactly the scenario. I think I did, because I'm just a dumbass.
Well,
Like I can't tell my brain to keep whatever's in my hand, as as soon as I let everything go, everything's going.
right. Right. That makes sense. Well, I'm glad you found your keys.
Yeah, that's
That's
awesome.
I'm sure a big relief for you. Now you don't have to worry
Yeah,
about
I mean,
having to,
because the alternative, the post office box key was going to be $10, and I was going to have to put new locks on the couple of things, and yeah, it was going to be a big hassle, worse than losing the keys, to get
right.
to get set up again. But
Maybe
plus that niece,
now that you've lost them, because you haven't lost them in a long time, but now that you lost them again, you start building up a new set.
yeah, that Nissan key would have been like $100 for the fob and the new key with the chip inside of it. Sheesh.
Yeah.
So maybe make you up another set, Todd, that you can kind of rely on
I would
as
lose
a backup.
I would lose the backup keys. God. So anyway, oh well. In the scheme of things, it's way better to have a little something like this than get cancer or
oh yeah,
have a death in the family, or there's but it's amazing how much losing your keys will stress you out.
It's true. That's very true.
Well, just like that item that you lost last week.
Yeah, and then I found it.
Yeah.
That was stupid. Oh.
It happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my story.
That was a good story.
Thanks. So
I gotta have Brandon call George about that storage unit today and see what happened with that.
Yeah.
See if that lady ever paid.
Yep, time to get on that. If not, you're going shopping.
Him and Job went to the doctor, so they're not here right now.
Yeah.
But actually, they'll be down at that end where he'll be. So.
And there it is.
So what will he do? Will he just go through everything, or will he come back and get you?
Oh no, he'll have to come back and get me.
Okay.
Oh no.
You ain't gonna get by that easy, huh? Well, that's good.
So, you remember that turntable I put in the chat in the
Yes.
Facebook?
Yes.
It sold for $350.
Wow.
Awesome.
That's amazing.
Of course, it's heavy. It's probably going to cost $40 to ship it FedEx, and I got to drive 35 miles to get to FedEx. But
that's okay. That's definitely worth it. That's awesome. Very good.
Now, would y'all buy the insurance for that?
Oh, heck yeah.
I do anything over $100. Like, well, depending on how you're sending it, because I don't know what FedEx covers. Does FedEx cover $100?
I don't remember.
Probably right at it, and that would cover my cost. But yeah, it's a vintage stereo. It's worth. I probably caved. A guy made an offer, and I'm like, I'm only into it for $20. So.
Well, like you said, you're only into it for a small amount, but this is the thing that your customer has paid $350 for it, and they're going to want their money back. So you definitely need to have insurance to cover that.
Right.
So that's the way you got to look at that. So.
Oh, crap. And the buyer changed his address, of course.
It'll be okay.
Well, I'll probably forget and just print out the label and go, oh, crap. And I'll get all the way to the FedEx office and go, oh, crap, I was supposed to change the address.
Just don't do that.
I
know. Easy for you to say, Valerie. Right? Oh, my gosh.
Yep.
Anyway, I wish Biden didn't put me in that situation.
Yeah.
La Habra, California.
Yep.
La Habra?
La Habra. Yep. Let's see. Grandma Magic Classic says she's working on photos and slides. Yeah. Bridget says absolutely insure it. They break easy. I shipped many and one broke, but I insured it for what they pay. Exactly.
Yeah, I've shipped 3 or 4 turntables, so I feel confident in my packing ability, but that doesn't mean some FedEx guy won't drop it out the back of his truck.
That's the thing too, is on that address change. I am so weird about that. And it may be, I don't know if it's different than it shouldn't matter whether it's whatever shipping company you're using. That address should be changed by them. They need to go in and do that, because you lose your buyer and your seller protection if you change that address. You lose all seller protection if the buyer changes the address after they pay.
Oh.
Yeah, you need to call eBay.
Crap.
Yeah, you need to call eBay on that.
Okay, I'll just send them a message and say that, hey, I can't do that. I will lose my buyer protection.
Well,
You
just
need to change your address on eBay and then I will ship it.
yeah, yeah. Have them change it on their PayPal. And if it's changed, and then there's also if there's communication, through eBay that's yeah, but yeah, not if eBay is notified. Technically, you still want to cover your ass. That's what I say.
Yeah, especially if you're going with insurance and all of that.
Yeah.
You, I mean, definitely you can, definitely you can, you can change your, as long as you have the communication and the messages on eBay and stuff like that, it will definitely help you. But really, with the insurance and everything like that, you need to make sure that those are changed with PayPal, because that's in their terms.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be cut. There's a chance that you could not be covered if
Right.
something happens.
You don't want that. I mean, who wants that to happen?
Uh-uh.
The customer doesn't get their item. That $350 is going to have to come from somewhere.
And y'all know that if something's going to happen, it's going to be on on the lot.
Yeah.
It's going to be on the lot that, is going to make you lose your ass.
Yeah. So I just don't, I tend not to take chances like that. Bridget says, call eBay first. eBay saw the correspondence with them telling me new address and still would not do anything. So I had to refund them. Luckily, it was only $25. Yeah, I would just call eBay.
Hmm.
So it sounds like they want you to call them.
Yeah.
So just do that.
All right. I'll call them right now.
It'll only take them a few minutes, and you'll get it all squared away, and everybody will be happy. And sometimes just taking that extra step.
Yep. Pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's totally different if it was like a $25 item and somebody asked you to, somebody asked you on eBay, okay, can you change this address for me because I'm gonna ship it to my sister. No problem, absolutely no problem with that,
Yeah.
and you have the communication right there on eBay messaging, so they can check it if there's a problem. Not, that's not a big deal.
Buyer already messaged me back. Let's see what he says. Limit couldn't do that. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that now. Please let me know if you do not see.
Yeah, you don't even really need to call eBay whenever,
Yeah,
every
if
time
the
that
buyer's going to
happens.
go ahead and follow through, I mean, there's probably a very, very good chance that the buyer is actually being honest here.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
let me just look real quick.
And really, it's not even about, being dishonest or whatever. It's just making sure that things go smoothly and, the person gets what they ordered.
Right.
So.
Nope, still the wrong address. I'll give him a little while. Probably hadn't had time to punch it in yet.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. This is one of the reasons I keep 2 days shipping, you know.
Right.
Gives me another buffer day to let something like this settle out before having to commit to something. But thanks, Crazy Card, for mentioning that.
Yep. The Raider. Hi, the Raider. Do you think the pay system, they can choose an address option like Amazon?
I think they can.
Maybe. Let me get this real quick.
Okay.
Usually she doesn't call me this
All right.
early, so.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, I think actually there's a whenever you go into PayPal, you can have I think you can have a couple of addresses on there. So when you change addresses or whatever, like I think it adds the other address on there. So you can click on which one you want to ship to.
Oh yeah, I haven't had one of those.
I'm not sure about that either, Shantae. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you have to relist it. Yeah, just double check it. Yeah, it's definitely on you know, some of that bigger stuff. You just really don't want to mess with it. You know, just like, you know, how Sue sold that jacket last night. You know, 700 big ones, and they wanted to change the address. You know, they wanted to send it to somebody else, and we're like, wait, wait before you do that. You know, you need to make sure that they change it. Don't just, you know, I mean, you know, because I'm sure she's, you know, had that happen before, to where, you know, she just made sure that it was in eBay messages and all that good stuff, and, you know, and it would be fine. But with an item that big, woo, you don't want to, change
I don't want to screw up. I didn't know I would lose my buyer protection. I guess I know now. I'm still learning.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. You see how many changes eBay makes. I mean, there's been a ton of changes even since, you know, we started selling. How long have you been selling, Todd? Like a year and a half? 2 years?
Like 3 years.
3 years? Okay. So in that 3 years, you know, like, you can't even name all the changes that has happened.
Yeah. No.
You know?
Wouldn't even try.
Yeah. Because there's just, you know, it changes from year to year, it seems like. So you have to keep on, you know, rolling with the punches, and you know, dealing with the changes as they come, you know, and we'll just keep learning as it goes. Everything okay, Valerie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she didn't think that I started the show until 9. And
9 your time.
Yeah, and she was like, "Oh, I didn't realize you started at 8." So.
Who was that, Julie?
No, it was Tina.
Oh. Well, she should know. She's
I
been on
know.
here.
I know. It's like, yeah, I didn't know. I
Well,
didn't know
she
you
got
started
mama
at
brain
8.
today.
She must. That's probably an everyday thing for her.
Right.
No, I don't like to not take those calls just in
Oh, I know.
case. You know how it is.
Just in case she's Katie's got a fever and Kyrie just flew over the gate and bumped her head. She's got a big old,
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those calls.
A goose egg.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's snowing there. That was why she called me.
Oh,
Because they're getting snow right now.
we are too. I couldn't tell, with Brandon. Brandon redid my floor last night, so it's so crazy though. Like we've been stepping over like the rough spots for so long
Oh my gosh.
that like we can't really even walk correctly on that floor anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Because we're used to bouncing from one spot to another
Right.
and now just to walk, it just doesn't happen.
Just a regular walk.
We're trying to to do a regular walk. Brenda's like, he says, I know you're still scared of it, but you don't have to be, because he actually put like on my walkway, on my side of the bed,
Yeah.
he put like braces, joints,
Yeah,
or
floor
joices or whatever,
Floor joists. Yeah.
yeah, in the middle. So he made sure that mine was like smooth, and oh my gosh, it feels so good to like whenever I step down and it's not doing anything.
Yeah.
But it's so weird. It's I haven't learned to walk on it yet.
Yeah.
I still look like I'm scared.
I mean, you haven't learned that you can trust it now.
Right. So anyways, he pulled that plastic down because he actually opened the window so he could throw the pieces out the window.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
good way to do it.
Yeah. So he took the plastic down and everything. I got up this morning and I'm just like staring out the window because I can't tell if it's raining or if it's snowing.
Oh.
And I think it was probably a mix.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now the buyer wants to cancel the order till they straighten out their shipping.
Oh, great.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, somebody else might jump in and buy it for my asking price.
Well, if they do, they do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not your problem.
You'll sell it, Todd. It's gonna sell.
Oh yeah, I've already had lower offers on it.
Awesome.
Grandma Magic Classic says I'm gonna hit the half off coupon place tomorrow, and I know I will find low price bread and butter items, but I need some good estate sales to even it out. There you go.
That's awesome.
Oh well, I did have money in my PayPal for a while.
You were rich for a minute, huh?
Yeah.
Isn't that the way it always happens, though?
Yeah.
Not always.
No, but I'm just saying, you got a little money in there, and it comes as soon as quick as it goes, as quick as it comes, or
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
I need some coffee. I'm gonna go get me a cup of coffee.
Okay. Hurry back, because I gotta go potty.
Well, you can go. I'll still be on. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
Go do your thing. Oh, I'm just gonna go grab a cup. Yeah, it said it was supposed to be like 50 degrees here, and but it's kind of chilly out. They lied.
It was a little cool outside for me this morning. We had a big wind yesterday, so I guess we just had a mild cold front kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, you know the busted Pac-Man watch?
I don't think I heard about that one.
You didn't?
What was up with that?
Sick when I got those. It doesn't. Here, let me show it to you.
Well, I'm not on my computer right now. Hang on.
Oh, hang on.
Hold that thought. Okay.
So Thursday, I bought a bag of watches for $5.
Mm-hmm.
And in it was $120 watch, a $40 watch, a $30 watch, a broken watch, and anyway, one or two other items. But also in there was this Pac-Man watch.
Oh, cool.
It is very cool. 1982. And me and the jeweler opened it up and put a new battery in it, and it didn't work.
Oh.
There was too much corrosion from the battery is what I figured. Anyway.
That's awful.
So.
Well.
Yeah. You know how much this is worth if it's working?
How much?
$300.
Wow.
It's just a plastic watch. Anyway, so I put it up on auction for 7 days and already got a bid for $40.
Wow. Even though it's not working.
Even though it's not working.
Huh. Crazy.
I think when me and Nikki looked them up, I think they sell like around 50 if they're not working. I think.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I got a $40 bid already with 5 or 6 days left in the auction. Hi, Tyra.
Hi, Todd. I see you got your whack watches out already this morning.
Wacky watches. Fixing to have more. I bought a whole buttload of them in the auction.
You did on the auction show.
Now the buyer is driving me crazy.
Well, oh boy.
Which is fine for a $350 item. You need to be careful.
What are you selling for $350?
That turntable that I put on the Facebook group.
Oh, okay, that direct drive.
Yep.
Yeah, OJ said I am 90% sure that I had that watch when I was younger.
I think I remember kids in school having it when I was like in grade school because it was like the Pac-Man watch because you could play Pac-Man on that watch, you know?
Right.
I remember kids, friends of mine.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
82. I was a poor 4th-year teacher.
Oh.
I didn't get it.
Well, in 82, I was a poor 9-year-old that didn't have much money.
Where was I? I think 82, I was like maybe, I think I was junior high. That sounds about right. Maybe 13.
I was 9.
12, 13, something like that.
Good morning.
Good morning, Glory.
Good morning.
Yeah, my first year teaching salary was $9,600 plus $400 stipend for being a band director.
Wow.
Yeah, but back when you started being a teacher, a loaf of bread cost like a nickel.
I know.
Buy a car for like $500. You rocking your Model T you bought for $500. Yeah, 9,000 was a lot of money back then.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And your rent was like, $50 a week or.
When my mom started, and she worked for a bigger company, I know. She told me when she started there, which would have been like 69 or 68, I think she was making like $70 a week. And she's like, that was good, pretty good money at that time for a starting job. Can you imagine living on $70 a week?
Couldn't.
I always laugh because, like, when I was a kid, if you had a $20, like, let's say you had $100, you're like, oh, I got a lot of money. I got $100. The $100 bill is like the new 20. I mean, you could take $100 and poof, it's gone in no time.
Yeah. It's true. Oh, man, I got the yawnies.
Yeah, I rented a 2-bedroom apartment my first job for $120 a month.
Wow. That's crazy.
And that included water and trash. Didn't include electricity, but the electricity was only like $20 a month.
Yeah. That's a pretty good price for an apartment.
Yeah, but 10
Of course, now
grand a year.
Now it'd be like, $1,200 a month. Something like that.
Hey, Todd, did you have a calico cat when you were renting that 2-room flat?
No.
You don't remember the song? I got a 2-room flat and a calico cat. It's a country western song.
Huh. I don't remember that.
Oh my God, that song is crazy.
Well,
on a beach in West LA.
I wasn't always as cool as I am now. So.
Oh my gosh.
I may not have listened to all the hip music back in the day. It
wouldn't have been hip. It was a country western song. For God's sakes.
Hey, country western is hip sometimes.
Sometimes.
Isn't that right, Laurie? You play a lot of country western.
I like country and western music.
Yeah, I like both kinds of music, country and western.
I like any kind of music.
Yeah, I do too. Except
Tiberian or whatever it is, throat singing. That's not.
Oh yeah, that's stupid.
I never even heard of that.
To me, Tiberian throat singing is right up there with gangsta rap. Don't care for gangsta rap.
I like rap.
I've sold a bunch of gangsta rap. Shoot. I remember I had to test a stereo and I got out just a random cassette tape, and I had the stereo cranked up and family in the house, and if you ever knew what Papa, and I was like, whoa. Look at the language coming out that stereo I'm testing. I was like, whoa, shut that off. So yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Frankie's fine. She's got a pair of elbow-length opera gloves going to Russia today. Not a big sale, but it got my attention. That's cool.
I thought eBay wouldn't ship to Russia.
Valerie?
Huh?
Did you go back to the half-off day at that estate sale you went to last week?
Didn't. I didn't go back. I would say there probably wasn't very much stuff. I would guess. Because that place was, it was, what was it, 10:30, almost 11 when I got there. And there was trucks with all kinds of furniture. And, the people were just swarming around there. you couldn't hardly get through, and it was like dirt floor, warehouse type place, but there was it was hopping. But I did get those prints, so I'm still working on those, trying to figure out if they're lithographs or if they're the real thing or what. So I'm still trying to do some research on those before I put them up.
Thank you.
How did
Five
you ship
finger.
to Russia? Or who was that? Frankie's?
Yeah.
Because global shipping doesn't ship to Russia. I found out.
Oh, they don't?
No.
They ship my thing to Russia. Is it new?
I think a Russia is
They call it Russian Federation, but yeah, those eggs I sold went to Russia, and it went through our global shipping program.
She said she sent them GSP, yeah.
And that was the beginning of December, I think. Yeah, it was before Christmas.
And since then, we've shipped. Oh no, wait, we don't ship anything international.
I called eBay and everything. I don't know why I wouldn't. I don't know.
Huh.
Maybe it was the item.
Could be.
Because, let's say, I'll use this as an example. Articat snowmobile parts, you cannot ship them into Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what it was.
For whatever reason, there's some kind of ban where they can't go to Russia. I don't know. It's weird like that.
Huh.
Oh, look at that radio I sold. They wouldn't send it to Mexico, so maybe that's the issue. Maybe they wouldn't send.
Morning, Nikki.
Morning. I dozed off in my Kerrigan waiting for your show.
It's okay. It's all right. You got a good little nap in. That's good.
Okay, so I got my pictures now.
Yep.
Are you feeling better?
Yeah, kinda.
Kinda.
You sound a bit better.
Well, I'm glad that you're feeling kind of better. Better than nothing.
Yeah. Oh. I'm still really sore though. My whole body's sore. I got all these lazy puppy dogs in my life. That's the problem.
That must be it.
All three of them are laid on the couch there. Bums.
Huh.
I had pretty good sales this weekend.
Good.
That is wonderful.
Well, I did have good sales.
Huh?
I did have good sales, and now not.
Oh boy. Well, I don't think I'd get hung up over it, Todd, because obviously it's going to sell.
Yeah, I mean, he knows it's a good deal. He'll be back. He's just waiting for everything to get done.
For?
$465.
Oh, and is that what the comps told you it sells for? How come you didn't try it at an auction cycle?
Because I'm stupid.
I'm not saying you're smart or stupid. I was just curious why. Because you wanted the money fast?
No, I don't know. I only gave $20 for it, so I was like, I don't know. That was
Well,
stupid.
it isn't what you pay for it. It's what you sell it for. Because that's how you really make money, is when you squeeze every nickel out of something.
If you win something in a contest, Todd, just because you got it for free doesn't mean it's worth
If you won a car in a contest, like let's say you went to the casino and you won a brand new car, would you sell it for $1,000? Because what does it matter? You got it for nothing anyway. So it's $1,000, right?
No, I'm not quite that stupid. I'm pretty stupid, but I'm not that.
I didn't say you.
I have levels of stupidity.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah, I don't know.
See, I told Brandon that this shirt was in the bin that hasn't been put into inventory yet. And he went through it twice yesterday. Couldn't find it. I went over there and picked it right up. Just saying.
Isn't that the way it works out?
Yep.
But I was unstupid on the Pac-Man watch because I went ahead and auctioned it.
Oh, okay.
Well, Todd, as long as the IRS doesn't start making you pay gift tax when you give this stuff to the people.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
You guys are ruthless today.
Man.
Only to
Cut
me.
out.
Only
Cut
to
I'm
me.
not being mean. All I asked is why didn't you put your direct drive Pioneer record player at an auction first?
I feel like I need to give Todd a hug.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Todd. Todd, you sold a turntable?
He bought one of those Pioneer direct drive, like those expensive to collect.
And now he's got to ship it?
No, because the guy canceled the.
Oh,
Box
okay.
and
Yeah, I won't ship a turntable.
Oh, I will.
I've chipped turntables before.
We have too.
About a 50% success rate. About half will make it.
The turntables are very.
It'll be fine.
They don't be proud of here. We talk about happy stuff.
Shake that up today.
He's fucking with you, Todd. Oops, sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
He's just freaking with you, Todd.
Mhm.
It's all good.
Jim's all tired and owly this morning.
I'm not owly.
Is that two X's on
I'm
this
giddy as a
shirt?
schoolgirl.
It looks like two X's to me.
Kitty is a schoolgirl.
Yes, it is 2 X's.
Thanks.
It's double X.
Don't look like a schoolgirl.
No, he doesn't. He's sitting here with no shirt on. He looks like caricature drawings where they have like a bum with a stogie in his mouth and they got like that's what Jim looks like right now. He looks like something you would like, you know, if like the song Trailers for Sale or Rent was playing and he'd have a stogie in his mouth and this gruffy face. Then he's wearing his Family Guy Stewie pajama bottoms. He looks real clumsy. He looks like the man. If I just seen him look like this when I met him, we probably would have got together.
Let's get back to Todd.
Let's pick on Todd. Let's stop picking on Todd.
Back to Todd.
It's on Todd Monday.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all suck.
I'll be right back.
You all suck.
I don't like it when the conversation shifts away from picking on Todd.
Poor Todd.
Well, be careful out there, sassy seller. Yeah, my daughter just called and said that it was snowing out there in the Carolinas.
Oh yeah, they got snow in Kentucky. I know they got like a couple inches down there.
Yeah.
It's snowing here too, but it's no big deal.
Oh, it's real sunny here, and it's going to get warm this week. It's going to be like up in the 40s, which is awesome.
Awesome.
You're gonna have the big thaw, huh?
I hope so. I'm ready for it.
There's this show that I watch on, and I don't even know why I watch it. It's Life Below Zero.
I watch it too.
I watch that show, and you know, I don't know. I could never live like that. I could never live like, 500 miles from the nearest town, or, I couldn't do that. I couldn't, go hunting every day for my dinner.
Yeah.
That it's a rough life.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's a lot like watching people up here, honestly, when I watch it. Other than like you have like people that are in the middle of nowhere where they fly in supplies or whatever. But some of it, that's how life is here. Everybody, hunts and fishes to have their own meat on the table and stuff like that. And
Right.
Some reminds me too much of here.
Yeah, but here you have government agencies to mess with you. Where they're kind of out on their own.
Yeah.
So you have the problems of civilization plus all the hardships of being away from.
Hey, question. How do I find out if a buyer has okayed the cancellation that they ask for?
I don't think there's a way to do that.
What happens when you want to buy? That's the case. Would you know about it, Jim?
I thought you got a message saying the transaction's canceled. You're all set or something.
Jim thought there was an email.
Or maybe
you should get a message from eBay saying that the order has been canceled.
Yeah, I thought you did.
Yeah.
Well, they won't get a refund, Todd, until they approve the cancellation. So they're pretty good about that.
Mm-hmm.
If they paid. Well, yeah, because the money would go out of your PayPal immediately.
Right.
That, but yeah, they'll let you know if they haven't got their money. If you don't,
so I can hit sell similar, and I'm good to go to relist it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I would think so.
I don't have to wait around for the buyer to okay the cancellation.
No. If there was a problem, you got a record of them asking to cancel it. So
yeah,
not going to hold you to that.
Okay.
Why did they cancel?
They had the wrong shipping address in their purchase, and I wouldn't ship it to that new address they wanted me to.
Oh.
Because then I don't have buyer protection.
Oh, yeah.
They wanted to cancel the order and straighten out the shipping. And
well, I know that, they're on here on the messages. They were saying that, as long as you have communication, you have emails that state that and everything, that you can change the address. But I don't know. I just don't trust something like that. I'm especially for that price, I don't want to take a chance.
Yeah.
Now, if it was $25, you probably wouldn't, break a sweat over it. But, yeah, $350. That's you don't want to play around with something like that. That's what I'm trying to say.
We sold the guitar this weekend, and it was kind of something a little bit like that. That he changed his address. He's a Alaskan resident, but he's down in the lower 48, like a snowbird. So then he had this whole thing where he had to change his address to the RV park he's at in Arizona.
Right.
But he did it before he bought it, so that was good.
Yeah, that's good. And sometimes, it's just as simple as, you cancel the order, then he rebuys it, or you fix the address first, and then you can go back in and rebuy it, and make sure that everything is in order, and then pay for it, and it should be just that simple.
okay, I'll do that in the future. Crazy, I just did it. Cancel it. Customer request.
Yeah, reason problem with buyer's address, refund and relist. Yep.
Okay, it's relisted.
That's good. I'm going to go and take my packages out. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, I kept seeing on other Facebook groups and stuff, people complaining about low sales and stuff like that. And I'm like, it's just gotta be the listing thing, because I mean, there's people in this conversation that were saying, well, I've had really slow sales too. I guess tomorrow I might get a few up to see if it'll change.
Yeah.
And it's like, I told them, you can't do that. You have to list through it. You have to, put in what you want out of it. And, and this is what I know to be true, that sometimes eBay does have a lull, and sometimes people don't buy as much as they do in other times, but if you're listing, whenever that lull is over, it'll come back on, the switch will get turned back on and you'll be good to go.
Well, I started listing. I listed Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And yeah, I had a good sales weekend.
How many did you sell this weekend, Nikki?
8.
Awesome.
Which is pretty good for, I've only got like 100 and some items, and I'm not consistently listing, And those days I only listed like, one day it was like 11, one day it was like 5, one day it was like 8, So I mean, it wasn't even listing that much, but yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't do as much listing as I wanted to on my days off and stuff, but I did get I probably, this whole time I've been off, I probably got like 60 or something, 70 done.
Yeah.
And look at my numbers here. Oh yeah. Easy. So
now my 8 sales weren't just $15 sales either. They were good money sales.
Right.
I didn't sell anything less than $30.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
My price point is down. It's lower than yours. I sold 9 since Friday evening, so I think I did wonderful for
I didn't list it all this. Last time I listed, I think, was Friday.
Yeah.
Saturday or Sunday. I had a good weekend. I'm happy with it.
That's good.
But you have a lot of items in your store too. So
but I did list a lot last week, Monday through Friday. I just did other stuff over the weekend.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, people just need to realize.
Lister, and you have quite a few items in your store, that in itself will bring you across a little
that's like, you just have more to pick from or whatever, You have more items to pick from.
And Jim does this. I think he goes through like at night when we're sitting here. If something's got a lot of watchers and nobody's pulling the trigger on it, he'll mess around with the prices a little bit and drop them like a couple bucks or $5 or whatever, and that helps stimulate sales because there's a reason why you got a lot of watchers but nobody's pulling the trigger on it. So he'll just lower the price a little bit and see if he gets somebody to jump on it.
Yeah.
Or if we sacrifice a goat, that really.
Sacrifice a goat. It makes it all happen, huh?
We don't want to give away all of our secrets.
Yeah. It could be black magic, or it could just be listing and lowering your prices.
But there's a big difference in desirability of item. I mean, if you're listing 200 Ralph Lauren polo shirts, you're going to sell some.
Pick on Ralph.
Why would you do that?
But
good though. You shouldn't pick on them.
If you're selling a turntable for less than it's worth, it's going to sell quick. So just depends.
Well,
what you're selling.
there's something good. You need a mix of both kind of stuff. You need some sexy, high price stuff, but you need what I call some regular, everyday bread and butter stuff. And I equate it to what Jim said when he sold real estate. I could sell a $750,000 lake home up here, and it's like, wow, that's a big, huge commission. But you have to sell all the $40,000 and $50,000 houses because that's how you make your car payment, how you make your house payment, stuff like that. You do something like take a vacation when you sell the big one, but you need to sell the smaller houses too to make a living.
Yeah,
right. That's a good
So
way to
that's
put
kinda
it.
how I look at like eBay too. I mean, and I don't want to sell like a bunch of like poochy $5 items, but you do need to have some $25, $30, $40 items in there.
And to tell you the truth, I'd rather have 200 Faded Glories than 200 Ralph Lauren. Because to tell you the truth, I mean, like Faded Glory, it's sold at Walmart, but at the same time, people know that brand. People know that brand better than they do Ralph Lauren most of the time. And so that's your everyday buyer right there is Faded Glory.
All right, here's the buyer making an offer. Same offer. Looks like he fixed his address.
Good.
So, I think I'm good to go.
Good job, Todd.
Ching.
there you go.
Get it.
All right.
I'm going to go throw these on the porch.
Anyway.
Back in the day when I was listing a lot and had a lot of items in my store and stuff, if I only sold 9 on a weekend, I'd probably hang up my hat.
I sold 36 this weekend.
Yeah.
And I'm not putting Friday in my weekend. And the total, I sold 36 for $995.
Nice.
But that said,
I mean, that isn't like, there's a lot of people that are like, they're doing $600 a day. I wish I could get it, but.
yeah, we've had $30 weekend days too. You never know. Sometimes just people buy everybody else's stuff and not yours. It's just the way it goes.
Yeah, but $900 over 2 days, that's not bad.
Oh,
that's nothing to be sad about.
Who did that? We did.
Who did that?
Yeah,
we did.
I was all depressed. Like, oh yeah, and then we had to pay bills with it. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, we don't have nothing.
Well, we got no bills.
Yeah,
be happy that way.
Well, that's the thing, I mean, as soon as you sell it, then it's like, shit, I got to pay a bill. Can't just keep it.
Just a couple more days until eBay takes my monthly payment.
No way.
Yeah, it's happened a couple days.
Was it taken on the 15th?
Yeah.
What, the 14th?
It's usually right around the middle of the month, 15th, 16th, something like that.
Mine gets taken on the 1st.
Oh. I get billed on the 1st, but I don't.
Yeah, I got to pay mine on the 15th.
What are we talking about?
Paying eBay.
Oh.
When you pay, the 1st or the 15th.
Yeah.
Mike says I was telling a bunch of other resellers about a guy that had 30 plus cha-chings in a row. They asked about getting his autograph.
That was me.
Yeah.
I thought it was somebody else.
Oh, what was it? 30? Oh yeah, 30 to change. 35 strings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta find out about that. Find out the specifics on that anchor store.
Oh, you saw that email that Jim got. He's gonna call today.
Mike was telling a story in one of his videos about he was at the auction and he bid on a broken Bulova watch, and some guy came up to him and asked him, "What do you think you're going to do with that watch?" And the guy's like, "You should know nobody bids against me or whatever." I was like, "Oh, whatever."
Wow.
Yeah. You're gonna learn nobody bids against me or something, he said. I was like,
And this is what I would, if somebody came up and said that to me, I'd be like, "Don't be an asshole." That would
go
be
and bid against them every freaking time just because.
Absolutely. I would make it a point.
Exactly.
I'm pretty ruthless like that. Don't try to scare me out of something because
Jim, it's Mr. Jiggles.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's in the shower, but that's very cute.
Going on the auction.
Jiggles with the chicken. That's a turkey.
Is it a turkey? I didn't see it quick enough.
Just kidding.
it's a bird. It's foul. Foul play.
Hey,
And then Mike said in the video, he goes, "This is why most of my company is women." We don't try to flex their nuts, that's why. I'm not in a pissing contest with anybody. I'm in a contest with myself.
Yeah, I don't really care what I don't look at, like when I'm bidding on something, I don't look at the other people that, like you ever have that when you're at an auction and you have like the person that's bidding against you like stare at you while you bid. I don't do any of that. I'm really bidding to a number in my head, and if it goes past that number, I just quit bidding on it.
Yeah.
I'll show
most of the time I don't even look at who's bidding, just because I've had people come up to me, "Oh, you outbid me, blah, blah." Oh, I wasn't looking to see who was bidding. I don't pay attention to who was bidding because I don't want anybody say, because, there's no friends at an auction.
No.
And everybody knows that. But you always get that one person who's like, "Hey, why'd you outbid me? You bid against me. I thought we were friends," and it's like, no. Not when we're at the auction, we're not. We can be friends afterwards.
A lot of times, like these, because you have your regulars that go to auctions. Because I go a lot of my auctions, because we're in a rural area, I end up going like an hour and a half south. I know these people by sight, and I'm friendly, but I'm not chummy with them because I'm going to bid against all of them. I just kind of go there and do my own thing. I don't like act sad if I lose something. I don't act happy if I win something. I'm just like blah. No.
Yeah.
Shut up. Me and my sister was in an auction. We'd be bidding each other up all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
It depends on if you want the item or not.
No.
If you want the item.
My dad's at the auction. I don't bid against him. I let him have what he wants.
How bad do you want an item? Hi, Mary.
Yeah.
Hope you're having a good morning.
There's a guy at these auctions I go to, when he wins something, I always laugh because he does like this chicken walk, like he's got the jive, because he's all like, oh man, I hate that when he does that. Anyway, he's a nice guy, but he does this like jivey walk, like, yeah, I'm like, oh god, that's so dorky.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, Bridget. I had a lady call me a bitch because I outbid her, and she said, "I do this for a living." I said, "I do too."
So she should be used to it.
That one auction, if you watch my videos, it's the one where we spent $6,000. And Gary was bidding on all the tractors and bought most of the tractors there at that auction that day. And this guy's like, "Jesus Christ, you can let somebody else bid on or get something."
Oh gosh.
And Gary's like, "So bid higher than me." you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was just a dick the whole day, you know. And then he said something to my husband like, well, then my little power wagon, he had pulled it out of the thing, and he got off of it and was going over to grab something, and the guy goes, "You gonna leave that piece of shit sitting in the middle of the road?"
Uh-oh.
And Gary goes, "All you had to do was ask me, and to move it. You didn't have to be an asshole, you know." And he's like, "You're an asshole," and he's like, "Well, it takes one to know one, you know." The guy was a total jerk the whole day, you know.
Yeah, maybe he had his panties in a bunch.
And I had overheard him talking to somebody else, and he's like, "There's that asshole that came here and outbid everybody on the
gosh.
blah, blah, blah." And it's like, wow, this guy was a total jerk the whole day. It's like, all you got to do is bid higher than the other person. I mean, Gary had a cap.
Yep.
You know, and if he would have bid above that cap, then Gary wouldn't have gotten him, you know.
Everybody has a cap. You know, it just depends on how far you want to go. You know, that's the bottom line right there.
You know, I don't think you should be able to be a poor sport and be able to go to auctions.
Yeah.
You know, if you're like, you know, you can't handle it. You know,
I saw two old guys getting a fist fight at an auction, and neither one of them.
Oh my gosh!
He's just like, all right, come on, get along, separate. But he didn't kick either of them out because they're still bidders, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you know, you shouldn't be able to, you know, to act that way. I think you should have kicked him out.
Well, I mean, that's the whole thing. Is you gotta have two bidders, or it wouldn't be much of an auction.
Yeah,
you know, that's the whole point of the thing, right there. Yeah. So when you go there, you should know somebody's probably going to be bidding against me. You know, so you should expect that.
Sherry says, "Have you bid against me at an auction when we first started? It was embarrassing." And she said the auctioneer stopped and said, "Wait, aren't you two together?" and she said if they didn't know we were green before, they knew then.
Yeah. Mike said, "I am bringing my jewelry scale and gold tester to the auction house. I found out the dude's primary purchase habits, gold and silver. We will see how it goes. Could be fun."
Wow.
That sounds fun.
Well, one time there was this one old lady who she always buys the old pictures. That's her thing, you know, I guess. And so anyways, when the old pictures came up, well, it was a choice of boxes out of the box rows. And there was a box of pictures in there. Well, I was bidding, and I ended up outbidding her. And I grabbed the pictures. And she goes, "You were going after those pictures?" And I said, "Yeah." She goes, "That's what I wanted." Sorry, you know. Well, then this other guy who's an eBay seller, he comes up to me, he goes, "Oh, nobody bids against so-and-so. She gets all the pictures." I said, "Well, maybe I wanted the pictures." You know, it's like.
I was at Joyce at a table, and there was a print. It was like a World War I battleship frame. It was an older, I'd say, World War I era print. And my son likes that kind of stuff, so I'm going to buy it for him. This lady's standing on the corner of the table. They're doing choice. She hasn't bought anything. With resting her hand on this pile of prints. I win the bid. I grab the pile of prints. She's like, "Why have my hand on those prints? Those are mine." I'm like, "No, ma'am, it's my bid, and I got choice. I'm taking these prints." Oh man, she was so pissed, but. Because you stand there with your hand on it doesn't make it yours.
Nope.
And Sherry, just because your husband was trying to outbid you, does not mean that you're green. Because me and Gary have done that before by accident. He was on one side of the house, I was on the other side, and he was trying to bid, and I was trying to, and I was bidding, and then he tried to bid, and he goes, "Nope, can't take your bid, Gary." And Gary's like, why? You know, he thought he was joking because it was our friend, you know. And he goes, your wife is over here bidding too.
That's funny.
Yeah. He was like, what the hell? Why can't you take my bid? Yeah, it happens.
Okay.
Well, there's this one auction that there was 2 rings. We were in 2 separate places. And I put Gary on this one certain item. I told him, I said, I want this item, you know. Well, there were so many people at that auction, I couldn't even find Gary. I couldn't see him anywhere. And the thing was getting bid, and I was like, and I didn't see Gary, and I didn't know if he was bidding or not. So I tried bidding, and the auctioneer goes, hey, Gary's over here bidding. He's got it already. I'm like, all right.
Gosh.
How do you feel?
Did you go to an auction this weekend, Nikki?
No,
Me neither.
there were no auctions this weekend.
There was one, but it just didn't look that great. So we stayed here and worked organizing that building, and then I drug out some boats. I think I'm going to wash some boats today and start listing them.
Some boats?
Boats. Yeah, because we have a big boat seller that's just south of here, about 100 miles, and I noticed they've been getting good bids. So I usually try to get them up early, because if you don't sell a boat by like the middle of June, the market goes way down here.
Yeah. Yeah, the only boat I got is mine, and I'm not selling it.
No, well, I got like a couple new boats, so we're gonna sell off an old boat that we used to use. I'm gonna sell the boat that we bought last summer for $69. I'm gonna sell that, and I'm gonna get that stuff listed. I got a golf cart I'm gonna get rid of and some stuff just to make room in that building.
No, not the golf cart. No.
Different golf cart, Todd.
Oh, okay. Man.
That was a gas-powered golf cart. That's why we keep it. This one is an electric golf cart we're going to get rid of.
Oh, what are you selling that for?
I don't know, $50. I'm going to throw it on Craigslist and get rid of it. There's no batteries in it. And to buy the 6-volt batteries for it, it's like, I don't know, $3 or $4. Money. Yeah, a lot of money in batteries. I think it takes 4 or 6. And I think those batteries are probably almost about $100 a snap.
Wow.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah, because they're 6 volts. They're expensive.
As soon as you said you were selling it for $50, I figured there were no batteries.
Yeah, no batteries. Sorry.
I think I'm going to sell my Power Wagon.
I'm not going to put it on eBay. I'm just going to put it on Craigslist and the Facebook site. It's painted up Green Bay Packers. So it says it's green and gold. And then it says like Packers on it and stuff. It's an easy goer. And it's got like a wood box behind the seats. So you can because I used to like haul hay with it. Like if I was putting hay out in the pasture, I put it in the back of the golf cart and take it out. It was kind of cool, but yeah. No, now we're done with it. It needs to go.
I have a little Harley Davidson three-wheel one.
Yeah. This one is
This
one's a 3-wheel one too. It's just an easy goer. I think it's called easy goer.
I told Gary, you gotta get that damn thing fixed.
Jim was gonna. We had this one. We ran it on batteries. Then the batteries started getting weak, and they froze one winter, so the batteries were effed. So then Jim thought about trying to convert it to a gasoline engine, but then we got this Yamaha one that's gas. He's like, let's get rid of this thing. So
yeah.
We had fun with it. We didn't pay very much for it. We sold the batteries to recycling, which I think we probably got $90 in batteries when we turned in the froze batteries. So
yeah.
We had fun with it. Now it's time for it to go away.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like the battery operated ones because, you know, I mean, you're at the mercy of the batteries, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas gas, you can always get more gas, you know, otherwise you have to sit and wait for it to fill.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, usually they last all day, but still, you know.
Yeah.
That sounds fun, Mary.
Guess what I'm listing right now, Todd? Oh, is Todd gone? Yeah. I'm listing a Ralph Lauren polo shirt.
Oh, nice.
He was just dissing Ralph Lauren's.
Yeah.
When are you going on your trip, Mary? I thought you were already going.
I don't know. I can't remember when she said they were going.
Oh, I thought she was going this weekend, I thought.
Oh yeah, isn't she going to like Tennessee or something?
Yeah.
Yep.
I borrowed $500 from my dad yesterday. And he's like, don't you have any money? I said, yeah, I have it in savings. And he goes, so why do you need to borrow $500? I said, because I know I'll pay you back, but I don't know I'll pay my savings back. He goes, you're weird. I'm like, well, I said, I know I'll give you the money back, but I won't give my savings the money back, you know?
Right. That makes sense. Oh, she's going the 19th.
Oh, the 19th.
So next week. Yay. That's awesome.
Then my dad says, well, the Bank of Dad is always open. I said, yep. I know my husband, he's like, why in the hell would you borrow $500 from your dad? I was like, well, I got a big bill to pay. And he's like, yeah, so pay it. And I was like, yeah, but you don't understand. I said, it's easier to pay my dad back than it is to pay my savings back. Nobody understands. I guess I'm weird, but
I don't know. Somewhere along the way, and I don't feel like it, I've turned into an adult because I don't have anybody to borrow money from because my family's bad.
Yeah.
Now I have to figure it out on my own.
Well, I do too, but and I mean, and yeah, if I didn't have my dad, of course I'd pay it, you know, but out of my savings. But
yeah, and Jim won't borrow money. He just won't do it.
I just know how I am. And I just know that if I take the money out of my savings, it won't go back in. So I figure this way I can leave the money in my savings. And then my dad don't need it, you know, until Friday. So
Do you remember, have you ever seen the movie Step Brothers, Nikki, where you have John C. Reilly, you know, is wearing the Chewbacca mask and he finally realizes that he has to take the mask off and do his taxes like an adult? That's where I feel like I'm at in life. Adult now. Anyway.
And I don't normally borrow money. I just was worried that I wouldn't put it back in my savings. That's all. Me and my dad do this all the time. Like if I'm at an auction in Duluth and I forgot my checkbook or whatever, well, instead of driving all the way out to Poplar or telling the auctioneer, hey, because I can do that. I can tell the auctioneer, hey, I'll catch you tomorrow. I'll just have my dad write me a check and then I'll put the money back in his bank, you know.
Hey. No, that's enough.
Is there, Valerie, do you know if there's a certain thing that you call this kind of necklace where it's like long? And it's got like beads and leaves, like these gold looking leaves on them.
My dad does that too, though. On occasion, he'll be like, "Hey, I don't have the bank today. Can you throw money in my account?" And I'm like, "Yeah, if I'm out and about." So I'll go and throw money in his account, and then he'll give it back to me. Me and my dad do it all the time.
Yeah. No, I don't know what that would be called, Sally.
Okay. I'm looking, but I'm just not seeing nothing.
No, that's one time we borrowed my husband's nephew like $20. He's the one that's in prison. So, anyways, it's all just drama with him all the time. Anyways, we borrowed him before he was in prison. We borrowed him $20 one time, and he like just would never call us, never talk to us about, you know, because he owed us the $20. My husband says, "Well, if $20 pays for him not to come and see me or ask me for anything again, well, it's worth $20. It's worth losing the $20."
Right. Yeah, Brandon's got an uncle like that we loaned over $100 to him a long time ago, and I'm talking about probably 10 years ago. And it's like, you know, there was one time to where he said something to me on Facebook, and it was like very derogatory, like that I'm like a fat cow or something. And I had said nothing to him. And so I was like, we've never said anything about it, but here goes. You've talking about them owing us money and stuff, and they're like, oh, we meant to pay it back, and just stupid. And I'm like, you know what? No, never mind. It's fine, but just don't talk to us, Yeah. And I deleted him off Facebook. And it's sad because it's like, that's his uncle. Yeah. He shouldn't be talking to me like that. He shouldn't be, mad at Brandon for nothing. Basically he's mad at him for nothing, and then or just being stupid on Facebook, and just like whatever. Yeah. You're lost, buddy.
Yep. Well, that never happens with me and my dad. I always pay the bank of dad back, because I like to make sure it's always open. But I mean, me and my dad, we do this back and forth all the time. I mean, like I said, he's been at auctions before where he forgot his checkbook, and I've paid for his stuff, and he's paid for my stuff, and so I mean, it's no big deal. Or he'll be like, hey, I don't want to go to the bank today. Can you go throw some money in? And I'll go throw money in his account, and then he'll go and throw it back in my account,
Yeah, don't go away mad. Just go.
Yeah, just go. Yeah. Is Jim there?
Yeah.
Tara, or what the hell's her name? Oh, what's her face over there in Ohio, Lori?
What's her face?
Oh,
I want to
Yeah,
get
Mr. Jiggles.
chicken hat for you. Show the chicken hat, Lori. I'm going to highlight you.
a. Okay.
She said, "Hey Jim, I have Mr. Jiggles."
I think it's a turkey, though.
Turkey.
There you go.
It's a turkey, but that's okay.
I got a whole
Jesus.
face of them.
Oh, wow.
Get a whole flock.
Aw.
Oh,
That's foul play there.
Oh, boy.
Boo.
Valerie, all week, folks.
The crazy card said I had a neighbor that would always bum a smoker a beer. I loaned him $5 one day. Rarely saw him after that. Best $5 I ever spent. Yep.
Okay, Jim wants to tell you his turkey story now.
Oh, I don't want to move the turkeys, so I don't want to get them until we move. But I want to get some of those big, fast-growing meat turkeys. Those ones that you're supposed to butcher early, but just let them grow out to their full, mean, ornery turkey size. And I want them to go free on the property. So anybody tries to get out of their car, the turkey's bad.
Yeah, so his brother's like, oh, yeah, well, if you have birds like that bite, you can expect nobody's going to come and visit you. I'm not going to bring my kids around or whatever with these mean turkeys. He's like, good.
Got it. All coming together.
I would get an emu, but they live too long, and I'm getting too old to take care of it. But anyway, you have to pay higher insurance because, for farm insurance, they'll ask right on there, do you have any ostriches or emus? Because, for liability reasons. But yeah, those things will scare people away too.
Yeah, but turkeys are under the radar. No insurance companies ask about turkeys.
No.
They will attack.
There you go.
Yeah, you guys have geese. That's bad enough. I hate geese.
Our geese aren't very aggressive.
She's got those Asian geese or Egyptian geese or
I think they're Chinese.
Or Chinese, whatever.
They're Chinese crosses.
Yeah, we had those white meat geese that were extra mean because we didn't eat them. So they grew to enormous. They were 4 feet tall. And I think these things were mean as hell. I mean, they would, as soon as you turned around, they were biting the crap out of you. That's the kind of birds I want.
My sister-in-law had some geese, and every damn time I'd go over there, those damn geese would chase me and my kids. And, I mean, they'd come up and, oh, God, they'd be honking, honk, 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 and they'd be running after you. It's like, oh, my God, get rid of these stupid geese.
We had one with a beak tooth. It was and when you got the cut, it looked like somebody took a dime and shoved it down into your skin. It was like a half of a dime. That was about the size of the bite, and it would break the skin. That beak tooth would go through your pants. When he twisted, it would actually break the skin.
Oh, wow.
His name was Garfield, and you did not turn your back to him.
Oh.
When you fed him, you had to face him with a stick. You put down the corn, and then when you walked away from the goose, you had to back away. Because if you turned around, he'd bite you. Because once in a while, you'd drop something and forget, and you bend over to pick it up. It's like, oh, no, and you get nailed. You'd realize it just before it's just before you hit something with your car, you back into something. It's like, oh no, I forgot that thing was back there, and then you hit it. That was like the goose bite.
We are going to get a few chickens because my son has been driving us. He's chicken crazy, and they got him at Tractor Supply. So we're going to give in and get 4 or 6 chickens for him.
Fun. I love chickens.
Yeah.
I'm out shooting a
so now Jim's planning out this chicken coop he's gonna build because you don't want them in our big metal building because they sometimes will roost and then they poop all over everything. So we're Jim's planning out now to build this chicken coop building and stuff. And
I'm out there this morning with a shotgun shooting pigeons so they don't poop on my stuff, and I'm gonna go to Tractor Supply and buy some chicken so they can poop on my
Real smart, Jim. Gonna end up shooting those chickens, I think.
Yeah, but
chickens are awesome. I love chickens. My chickens were always spoiled. I would drive up in the driveway and my chickens would run to my car like the dogs, looking for treats. I mean, that's how spoiled they were.
Did you eat your chickens?
No. We ate their eggs, but we didn't eat the chickens.
They should probably fed them McDonald's.
We just let them die naturally.
I had a lady wanted to buy some ducklings from me that were Muscovy ducklings, and I go, would you eat these ducks? And she's like, well, no, we wouldn't have to eat those ducks. Like, what do you mean? She goes, well, you know, they'd have offspring. We'd probably eat the offspring. I'm like, yeah, no, I can't do that.
I just figure, you know, chicken is so cheap. It's way too cheap for me to defeather a chicken.
Yeah.
No
when I was a kid, that's what my grandmother, she sold eggs and then she'd sell like dressed chickens. So they would go through and like in the beginning of fall and butcher like 150 chickens, you know what I mean?
Oh wow.
That's why I won't eat chicken. I can't eat like turkey, you know, like if you have a baked chicken or turkey and it's on the carcass, I just can't eat it because I just remember butchering all those chickens and stuff. And not that I am a farmer, I get it. It's what you do. It's just like I lost all my taste for it. I don't like the touch, like when you like putting a chicken in the pan and they got like their pimply skin and stuff. I don't even like the touch of it. Just
yeah. Well, that makes sense. I have never plucked a chicken.
Oh, you gotta dump them in hot water first. Yeah. It's real easy. After you butcher them, then you put them in like scalding hot water. You dump them in that. Then you put them up on the tables, and the feathers just strip right off.
Yeah.
The only thing is you gotta the pin feathers. You get like pin feathers up around their neck. Those you gotta pull out. They're a little tougher, but the hot water really takes care of it.
Yeah, that was just way more than I wanted to do, so we never ate our chickens, but we ate their eggs.
Yeah, my grandmother sold eggs too. She had an egg route, but then it got to the point where she'd have chickens. She had such a big egg route, she wasn't producing enough eggs. So then she'd go to like Centuries to buy eggs to fill in with her eggs. Except she was paying more for the Centuries eggs than what she was selling her eggs.
Oh my gosh!
My uncle's like, "Why are you doing this?" But part of it was her social group. She'd go and sell a couple dozen eggs and talk with these old ladies and have coffee and drive around. And I was like, why in the heck are you doing this? You're losing money. This doesn't even make sense.
My mom used to butcher chickens, and my dad says, I've never seen anything like it. He said, when your mom and her sisters, they could dress chickens like you wouldn't believe. He said, I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, it's like when my grandmother would do it, it would be like me. I'm a child, my mother, my uncle, and her, and you just all go around a table. It's like an assembly line. Everybody has their little job they do, you know.
Yeah.
Kids always get to clean the gizzards, and then, you know, like, because you have small hands, so you can really scrape around in the cavity and get all the icky little stuff out. Yeah, it's real fun. It's great.
I used to sell eggs at Gary's work. And those fools would pay me $5 to $7 a dozen eggs.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
All right, we should probably change subjects because we don't want to turn this into the farming hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how about those soybeans?
What's the soybean report for the day? Here, I'll go grab most of this stuff. I'll be right back.
Now we're quiet.
Yep. Crickets.
I've never eaten rabbit.
Oh yeah, no, me neither.
I don't think I have either.
Just once.
I don't think it would be something that I would eat. It just sounds gross.
Little Hassenpfeffer?
What was it?
Hassenpfeffer.
I couldn't eat monkeys.
Oh my god, no.
They're like little people. Just saying. Not that I come across a lot of people offering me monkey. I was at this party and somebody's passing monkey around, so I tried some.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I bought those card books, Tara. I bought them for like $3 for the box of them. I'm $50 up on them now.
Nice. Yeah, she went out to the eBay building and get stuff I got to ship. Oh, she's not in here. Okay, this is fun. Okay, she will not do my tote thing or my box inventory system. So that's my protest is I make her go out in inventory and go get the stuff because I just pretend I can't find anything. That's my protest because she won't do my inventory.
You're so bad.
Hey, that's smart. Very smart.
I gotta teach her there's consequences.
Hey.
Aggressive.
Why won't you do your box system?
She just thinks it's dumb. She's like, "Oh, it'll take me way too long to list." You got to put a 3-digit number behind at the end of the list, behind the title, at the end of the title line, so I know what box to look in. It's not. We're not trying to send 3 dudes to orbit the moon and then bring them back alive. We just got stuff in a box. But go on anyway. Well, we go around and around. And you know how it is when you're married and you start making your spouse pissed, and it doesn't pay off.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I find the more pissed she is, the less happy my life is. So I try to avoid that situation.
There you go. Good move. Makes your life so much better.
I have
so
a little
much
client
easier.
that says, when Mama isn't happy, nobody's happy.
That's right.
I'm sure by my 3rd marriage, I'll figure it out.
Nice.
I'll have the skill set.
Oh my gosh.
What is it like by the 5th time you're married? Maybe it's not her, maybe it's you. You know?
Yeah.
Exactly. What's the common denominator? I pick with joy.
Hi, Martha.
Oh, hey, Tara. How's everything going?
All right. Well, oh, it's so nice to see you, Tara. Long time no see here.
Oh, thank you. She doesn't suspect a thing.
I'm going to send her a timestamp.
Yeah, because she never rewatches these shows. So.
Oh. God, why am I so tired? Oh, I hate that.
I had a horrible night. Like I woke up I went to bed at 12:30, laid there for an hour, couldn't go to sleep, and had to get up, went back to bed at 3, finally went to sleep. So it's been horrible.
Yeah.
I might have to take a nap.
No.
It's a possibility.
What you mean right now? Because she all of a sudden went off camera and mute. I'm just wondering if she's going to do it right now.
Willow, come here. Come here, Willow. Come here, lazy girl. She's just looking at me like, yeah, right. I got time for you. Oh, now I'm digging in a bag. You think I got a treat? So now you're going to come over? I didn't get nothing. I got a candy bar and I'm going to eat the whole thing in front of you.
Mary says night chick picker. You're on mute, Lori.
She used to do that. Valerie did. She'd be like, well, I'm going to go. And then she'd go take a nap.
That's better. I said, sweet dreams.
I seen you talking, and I was like, I wonder if she's on mute.
I forgot I put on mute so I could run my printer. It's annoyingly loud.
That's fine. We're used to that noise.
You got one of those infinity hats on? I don't know.
No,
They
it's
call
just
the magic scarf.
no, it's just a skull cap.
Oh,
Is it child abuse if you beat your adult daughter?
No,
Self
I do that to my kids all the
battery,
time.
but
just say you
No.
were in fear for your life.
She leaves shit next to my chair here, like cans and garbage. It's like, can't you clean up after yourself? Really?
Go throw it in her bed.
that's
Oh.
my son.
Yeah, then I'd have to clean that up too.
I did that with my husband one time. I was pregnant with our first baby, and I was like way out. I was like 9 months pregnant, getting ready to pop, and he wouldn't take the trash out, and he wouldn't do the dishes. And my feet were so swollen I could hardly get shoes on.
Oh no!
So I was like, "All right, asshole." And I went out and I put every bit of trash I could find and shoved it in the cab of his truck. And then I washed every dish, or I washed myself a dish and my cooking stuff. And then I took the dirtiest dish I could find out of the sink, and I put it on the table, and I put his food on it. He kept eating. He's like, "Man, this tastes funny." I'm like,
Oh,
I was like, "Asshole, do the dishes from now on." I said, "You're eating off the dirtiest plate I can find." He's like, "Oh!" He started gagging, and then he runs out to his truck to go tell his mom. And all that garbage comes falling out.
That's funny.
oh, that's a good one.
We used to get into it. He got mad one day because I wouldn't let him take the car. We had one car, and it was a foot of snow, no insurance, and he wanted to go to the mall with his buddy who drove a 4-wheel drive. Well, his buddy didn't want to drive. I said, "You're not taking that car." I said, "On what we got, you wreck it, we're screwed." We got into it, and he had just had a vasectomy like 4 or 5 days prior to this argument. He was stomping out the front steps and had cowboy boots on, hit that ice, and he did the splits.
Oh my God.
I opened that door. I said, "I hope you popped a fucking stitch." He was hobbling up the street.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
That is frontier justice.
It's like, karma's a bitch, isn't it?
No, Valerie, you said, "I think I might have to take a nap," and then you went.
I know.
You went off camera. I was like, I don't know if she meant right now or not.
No, I've been drinking. I had, this is my second cup of coffee, and I had a emergency.
Oh.
So
Frank has a question.
yeah.
Yeah,
Frankie Simon says, "Oh my God, stupid question of the day. Got a question on a blouse I have up with an armpit to armpit measurement of 20. Question is the bust measurement 20 times 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you double the bust. Because you're just measuring the top, the front. So it's a double.
Well, the armpit to armpit, you double
armpit
it
to armpit to armpit, you wouldn't double that. That's my mistake. You wouldn't double that. You would only double the what is it that you double? The waist is what you double. You don't double the bust.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, you do.
No.
Okay, so a bust measurement for a bra is all the way around, right?
No. Well,
yes.
Yes, but you're not, when you're doing armpit to armpit, you're not measuring bust.
Right.
So that's different.
So that's what the question was.
Armpit to armpit is one measurement, and you don't double that. That was the question, right?
Question was.
Science says no one has a 20-inch bust.
Right.
Maybe
right.
That was the question. It was that if the armpit to armpit is 20, then you double the bust.
OJ said, "You're not happily married anymore, Lori?" Question mark.
No.
Yeah, I mean, if you're measuring for the bust, then yeah, you're gonna times 2.
Mhm.
But just the armpit to armpit, because that is, you know, you can do that with men and with women. Armpit to armpit is a different measurement.
Right.
I usually don't do a bust measurement. All I do is armpit to armpit, and they can figure it out.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't do a bust. I just do armpit to armpit too. But
Sorry,
I'm not
that
a normal
was-
clothing person.
That was a little confusing for some reason. I don't know why, but
I don't know why either, but I don't know. It almost got me.
Yeah, I gotta run outside for a minute. I just saw that we sold this $100 warmer. It's for laboratories. It's a hot plate, and I took it off the scrap metal pile. We're loading up for scrap metal.
Oh.
And Tara took it out of the arena and put it on the scrap metal pile to throw away because she's like, nobody's gonna buy that piece of junk. So I need to go outside to the garage right now and tell her that we sold it. So I'll be back.
Oh, boy.
Oh my God.
I can't wait for her to come back in.
That's funny.
Gonna be a happy house at the Carey house today.
They go round and round.
Because I'm like, it's a laboratory thing. Someone is going to pay up for this, which I thought was worth more than $100, but I'm still happy with that.
So is it still in the pile?
No. I took it in, photographed it, listed it real nice.
Good.
It was the one where we did the video with those with the body parts, with the plastic body parts. And
yeah.
The thing you'd use to cook a baby, which it does. It gets up to like 900 degrees or something. It gets super hot. It's got this iron plate on the top of it. It's for heating stuff in a laboratory. It's a laboratory hot plate.
Mm-hmm.
So
cool.
Wow.
And it works?
Oh yeah, I tested it. Only thing that's wrong with it is there's 4 asbestos strips, and the asbestos strip on the back is missing about 6 inches. It must have broke because they're brittle. And I called that. I took a picture of it and said this is gonna have to be repaired or whatever. Because it keeps the heat from leaking. It's like, you know how they make that chalky stuff that can take high heat, like a kiln lining.
Right.
The burners the heat elements are set in that, but then around it, when you set the heavy metal plate on the top, there's these strips of asbestos that keep the heat from leaking out the sides, I guess, and one of them is broke. But I did call it in the listing, and that's why, because there are ones out there where they're getting like a couple $100, $250, but this one needs that repair, so I did for $100, and I think it's like $60 to ship because of the weight. I thought so.
Good job.
Yeah, thanks.
So you really only made $40?
What?
So you really only made $40?
No, it's paid shipping.
Oh,
they paid on top of it. They paid shipping on top of it.
Oh,
so
good.
I only lost 10% of the. I lost another $6 or whatever it costs to ship it. 10% of that.
Yeah.
And I still owe eBay by the 15th. I still owe eBay $500. So they're gonna get this sale too.
Yeah.
Vampires. He turned the baby cooker.
Baby cooker.
Yeah, the baby hot plate that you threw on the.
You never listed it, did you?
I listed in the other store.
Oh, how much did you sell it for?
$100, paid shipping.
Awesome. Well, good for you. I'm glad I motivated you by throwing it away to get it listed.
No, some of the good feeling I had 5 minutes ago is all gone now.
Yeah.
Hey, we didn't sell the red glitter helmet with a big bubble clear visor, did we?
She shot you down.
Did we? Do you remember?
We've sold hundreds of red glitter helmets. Okay, let me check. Although I think it did sell the one with the bubble face.
Well, for some reason I thought the one in the picture had the bubble thing. After it didn't get unlisted off of eBay.
Oh boy.
Cindy says, way to turn the cards around, Tara. Love it.
It was motivational too. I do that all. Sometimes I throw stuff away, which I know it's worth money, but I don't really throw it away. I just set it on top of like the garbage can so that it makes them pull it out and do something with it.
Jazz.
Yeah, I was gonna throw that thing away because I was sick of it. I sold a beer shirt. Okay, now what am I looking at?
No, Crane, this didn't sell.
All right, I'll have to look for it again. Well, you could give her some water.
OJ said, so is the bust measurement answer to only include armpit to armpit in your listing? That's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, just say armpit to armpit. Don't say bust.
Right. That can get confusing, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's just best just to do. I just do armpit to armpit.
Yeah.
Not the reflective sticker one though. There's one without.
I mean, I'll go look again and see if I.
No,
missed
I
it.
remember shipping the one with the bubble face. I remember having to use a longer box.
Oh. That don't sound good.
Yeah, I think we shipped the wrong helmet when we sold this. We sell a lot of motorcycle helmets, and it's a red glitter one, and I think we shipped the wrong one.
Uh-oh.
Good one, Jim.
Shit.
Nice, Jim.
Nice.
Jim.
There goes your kudos on the $100 baby cooker. Whatever you called it.
Yeah,
Baby boiler.
Yeah, it's some kind of like hot plate. I mean, it looks so archaic. I don't know who would put this on. I think it goes like under a newborn, like for a warming
No, it's
plate.
for a laboratory. No, I looked it up.
Okay.
It's for specimens or whatever.
Okay, because I'm like, you could easily accidentally cook your baby.
No,
on
you
this
do not
thing.
put a baby.
Oh my gosh.
I gotta look what this Le Mans thing looks
Do
like.
not cook your baby.
Do not put your baby on a hot plate.
Yeah.
Oh, this is old. Oh yeah, this is old.
Hey, have y'all ever sold something but the item never came up on your items to ship list?
No.
No. I've had it take a little time to show up, but it's always.
Because I totally just had a buyer message me, "Hey, where's my shirt?"
Oh.
I've had it where it showed up as sold, but it didn't show up as paid.
Yeah, and then
And
when I went,
I've had a buyer message me and say, "Well, I paid for that." And when I went into PayPal, it said it wasn't paid for. But then like a couple hours later, it showed up as being paid for.
well, I went and checked on it, and it showed that it had been shipped, but there wasn't a tracking number. I was like,
That's weird.
I wouldn't have done that.
No.
I mean, I can't remember the particulars because I hate clothes anyway.
Hmm.
But why would I have marked it as shipped if I didn't ship it?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think I would do that. I mean,
Well, you
maybe,
would have a tracking number because you do yours right from your computer anyways, don't you?
yeah, but there was no, I mean, the shirt was still hanging with my inventory clothes.
Yeah.
I don't know what the heck snot fire happened.
Hmm.
Weird.
Mother's Mustache says once you have measured the garment straight across, you double that measurement for the actual bust size. For example, if a shirt measures 16 inches across the front, then the whole bus measurement is 32.
Right.
OJ says, did Tara put baby warmer in the title? LOL.
I didn't list it. Jim listed it. I didn't have nothing to do with that one.
Mother's Mustache put a link in there. And she says that's the site she's used. Thank you, Ainsley. Oh. So now you're going to get a ding on that there, Todd?
I bet I do.
OJ said, I wonder if you hit the Mercantile ship button by mistake, Todd.
Did they
OJ,
did they pay for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
How long ago?
On the 3rd.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Huh.
So, yeah, I guess.
So but it doesn't show up in your orders at all?
Yeah, it's in the.
Well, it should have a tracking number then, right? You don't have the shirt.
It didn't have a tracking number on the order, though.
But you have the shirt. You haven't shipped it.
Right.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, you would think that if it was coming out, if it was in the orders, it would have come up and you would have shipped it.
The only thing I can think is I just accidentally hit mark item and shipped.
Huh.
But you have to hit the drop down box and specifically do that.
Right.
Why would I have done that?
I don't know.
What did I get up and sleepwalk in here and did it in my sleep or something?
You know what, Todd? The first signs of old age and being senile is doing stuff that you do not remember doing at all.
Wait, what's my name?
Okay, Todd, who's the president?
Clinton?
Okay, you've definitely seen that. That's what they do
Bill Clinton.
When my uncle was like in the hospital, like to check your memory and stuff, they'll ask you stuff like who's the president, like current topic events to see if you're, flipping it all. Anyway.
Oh God, I'm lost. I never watched the news.
Well, I'm telling you, make sure you keep up on the news because those are the questions they quiz you on when you go to the hospital and they check if you're senile.
Yeah. Well, the good news is I found my keys in my senility. That was going to be a $150 or more mistake if I couldn't have found them. Those car keys are expensive.
Yeah, we always leave ours in the ignition, then we know where they're at.
Yeah, where Todd lives, you can't do that because somebody else will find them.
In Wisconsin, you just leave your keys in. Nobody ever takes your car.
Well, I mean, we could do that, but then I would forget and lock the door.
Oh, we don't lock the doors.
Yeah, we don't lock the doors either.
I have to have the doors locked.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
Is it just thing of? Is it just from habit of having to lock the doors, or are you in an area where you'd have to lock the doors?
No, I don't. I wouldn't. For me, I don't have to lock the doors. Oh. I could get by with not locking the doors, but for me, it's just like a mind thing.
Yeah.
Same thing with my truck. I lock my truck. Just as sure as I don't, some kid will get in there and ransack the whole place. So I just figure you might as well play it safe.
I told you, my house, I've lost my house keys. My house is never locked. I don't even know where my house keys are, honestly. I'm going to have to change the locks out when I put this house up for sale because I have no idea where the keys are.
Oh, wow.
Hey, you want to hear something weird? That helmet with the visor, we sold it on eBay back in January, and it's the eBay sold. So I don't know how it ended up in the relist, but that's where we sold it.
No, you sold one without the visor.
No, we sold one with the visor too. I just looked at it. Oh, here's our email. Right here. January 13th. There it is with bubbly visor, same price. So it ended up in the relist somehow. I don't know how.
God dang it.
Huh.
Oh, okay.
So I can't make that one show up because it's already found a new home.
Okay.
Well, you should be more careful when you do it. You should pay attention to that kind of stuff.
It should automatically be gone when
Well, I don't know what you did. You must have hit a button on accident like Todd. Who's our president?
It's all Todd's fault. Rubbing off on us, Todd.
Richard Nixon.
You're definitely senile. It's off to the nursing home for you. I gotta go out and find this Le Mans dealer's price list too.
Okay.
Because it's an old one. I'm hoping it with those other snow pile of snow things.
Pick a Joy says, I think I always lock my doors only because I watch Investigation Discovery.
Yeah.
That's a good reason.
My daughter has got to be the biggest Nimrod ever. She woke up late this morning, and she had to be to work at 6, and she woke up late. But she woke up in time to make it, but she was in a rush. Well, she ended up putting my black shoes on instead of her black shoes.
Oh, shit.
Because I messaged her this morning, I glanced over by the couch and I saw her shoes sitting there, and I was like, and I asked Gary, I says, what the hell shoes did she wear? I was like, what the hell? Did you walk out the door with no shoes on? So I messaged her. I was like, you have shoes on? And she just called me just now. She goes, I'm so sorry, Mommy. I accidentally put your shoes on. I says, how in the hell did you accidentally put my shoes on? What a dork.
It was so early in the morning. My eyes weren't open yet.
I was like, what the hell? Good thing I didn't try to go anywhere today. I'd have to wear my boots. I guess this is why people have more than one pair of shoes.
Oh, quit it.
I'd have to wear my boots or my Crocs, one or the other. Yes, Tara, I wear Crocs.
She knows already.
So when I first joined the chat this morning, Valerie and Sally were talking about how big of dumbasses they are, and me and Jim and everybody else are proving, and your daughter are proving that, hey, we're all dumbasses.
My daughter especially. You can't be much more of a dumbass than that.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
I don't know.
She goes, but Mommy, she goes, I have to say, I think I'm going to buy a pair of these shoes. These are really comfy. I goes, well, now you know why I wear them. Because every time I get a new pair of shoes, I get the same exact pair of Skechers. They're like really comfy. They got memory foam in them. They're just, and they hold up. Because usually if I buy shoes, I go through them like every 6 months. Whereas these ones, they last almost a whole year. Well, I know why I wear them. Ow! Oh, it just dropped my lamp on me. Ow!
Well, you dumbass. I'm just kidding.
Hey, Todd, no swearing. We're live.
Oh my gosh. This show has had so many swear words in it this morning. It's freaking hilarious.
Sorry.
But you know what? It's all good because I'm not monetized anyway, so.
Oh, hey, I was going to tell you. you don't have, you know, well, you have to be monetized, but in order to get super chats, you can get this other program. You don't have to have 1,000 subscribers to get super chats.
Another program.
Yeah, it's called Streamlabs. I don't know anything about it, but I saw somebody else had it.
I don't even care about the super chat because you only get.
I
found out you only get 50% of that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This Streamlabs, they said they don't charge you for it.
Oh. If you want to send me a super chat, you just send it to my PayPal.
Me personally, I would rather have people go, and I've said this before, I would rather have people go click on my affiliate links for Amazon than give me a super chat. Because then, first of all, I don't feel bad. I don't feel like I need to pay them back or something. And also, then they're not giving me money. They're just going and buying something that they would normally buy.
Right.
And then not out anything.
Right.
That's weird.
That makes sense, too.
Because, like, somebody bought something on one of my links. I don't know who it was or whatever, but thank you, whoever it was. And it was for like poly bags or whatever. So I knew it was somebody from one of our chats. Anyways, they spent like $14. I got 56 cents back for it.
Nice.
I thought that was pretty good. I thought if everybody went and bought something and I got 56 cents for it, I make a pretty good little pocket change.
Yeah.
Says my chat wasn't connected.
No, I'm not even concerned about the...
No. We don't do this for them anyways.
No. I don't... Truthfully, I don't want you to send money to that.
No, I don't either.
It's not necessary.
No.
Yeah, just come in here and hang out with us. Push the thumbs up button.
Yeah.
Support us. You know. Interact with us. It's all good.
About the only time I send a super chat is when I want them to read my question in one of those big live shows, you know.
Oh, there you go.
Because they'll scroll through it and never see see your question in a chat or whatever.
Mother's Mustache said everyone should post their pay me link in their description field.
YouTube probably wouldn't let you do that.
Oh, yeah. There is a well-known person that does it. Well-known YouTuber.
Yeah, except blue one's got a visor. The red glitter one that lining.
She used to have a GoFundMe, but now she does the pay me link. I feel bad if somebody sends me money. That's why I say I'd rather have them click on my affiliate link. And then if they have an affiliate link, send me it. I'll use it, you know.
Yeah.
I'll use it too.
I need new tires for my motorhome. So if you could just send me motorhome tires, they're 16.5-inch rims, 8.75 section width.
Oh my god!
I need to pay my dad $500 back, so if you can just send me $500.
I don't want any
over.
With a super chat, like Valerie said, I thought it was 30%, but I mean, you lose 50% of it. Why give it to whoever is it Google that manages those? Why give them that money?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, make enough money off other stuff.
That's right.
I wouldn't even put it on, honestly.
My Mother's Mustache says I see that pay me link on a lot of channels. Now, is that friends and family, or is that just a pay me link to pay? I'll start if you don't get charged on that, maybe I should start using that for my auctions instead of.
Oh, friends and family.
The
problem with friends and family, though, it's not really for a business transaction. So if there's any problem or anything like that, nobody's got any protection.
Oh.
Yeah, it's literally like you walked up to somebody and handed them cash. There's no protection at all.
No
I've
record.
seen that damn payment links on vehicles. Really? Oh.
Yeah, I'd rather do that. I'd rather pay the 3% and then everybody's, everything's on the level.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we did Dwayne's auction show, we did regular like PayPal invoices.
I did too.
I think, what is it, like 3%? It's so cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not much.
And then if something happens, God forbid, the buyer does have buyer protection and stuff. So it kind of, I don't know. Anyway.
Well, and you as a seller, because you sent it to where it was supposed to go.
Yeah.
If you printed the label through PayPal and they paid for it normally, you're protected through PayPal if it doesn't get there.
Like with Valerie's listing challenge, that's different because that's like a contest and you're not receiving a good. You're just like going in a lottery. You're seeing if you can win.
Silver Stacker, my pay me link is poor dumbass Texan at HMS.
Oh my God. Oh, wow. I've seen that. You've seen it on vehicles? That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm going to start putting my pay me link everywhere.
Really? Vehicles? Oh, wow.
I'm going to start making business cards. No,
I need to get a QR code and put that on my truck.
I always said if somebody just wants to send me money, I'll let them. I'll make a big old bumper sticker.
That's crazy.
Morning, Michelle. My husband won't let me put that zombie response team sticker on his on his truck. Aww. I was like, how badass is that? Your badass truck and then my zombie response team sticker, that would be cool as heck. It'll look better on your truck than my stupid car.
I think I'll put my pay me link inscribed on public restroom walls.
There you go. Don't forget, I live near the stupids of the city. Well, if they're showing up their pay me link, if they're getting money from people just sending them money, they're not so stupid, are they?
I have to question the people sending them money, just stupid.
Well, that was like, I used to think it was a little, I don't know. I thought it was a little weird for people to put like affiliate links in their descriptions and stuff. And then I thought, well, you know what? Why not? I mean, if people are going to go shop, they might as well go and click on your link and shop and you get something back for it, I mean, there's been lots of times where I've shopped and asked people for their link, So I thought, well, why not put some in? And I've only put it in for stuff that I use, so it's not like I'm like putting every link in and sending people to recommending stuff that's no good, Figure everybody else does it, I might as well.
There you go.
Everyone advertising everywhere for everything. Yep. Yeah. Walgreens is not open 24 hours a day anymore.
Our Walgreens was never open 24 hours a day.
Really? All of our Walgreens were. And then, so I went to go get my husband's inhaler last night because he actually really needed it last night. And their pharmacy closed at 6. Or no, 9, excuse me. And I was like, and it was after 9 o'clock, unfortunately. So he has to go get it today. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was like, since when are you not open 24 hours a day anymore? That was like Walgreens' thing. Well, you know, I mean, it just goes to show you that, you know, retail stores are really feeling the pinch of the online sales, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, ours was never. We have one store that's open 24 hours a day in the town I live in, and it's our grocery store. That's the only thing.
Oh. Our grocery store is only open till midnight. We don't have. Well, I think Cub Foods is open 24 hours a day.
Oh wow, you guys got Cub Foods up there?
In Duluth, we do, yeah.
Oh.
It's up on the hill. I never go to it unless I'm up on the hill.
I haven't been at a Cubs since I lived in Milwaukee.
Walgreens near hospitals are open 24. Not this one. We've got 2 Walgreens that are near two different hospitals, and neither one are open 24 hours a day anymore. A pastor here started a Bible study during the week at large restaurants in town around South Carolina. He put it online, and a Chinese businessman offered to pay him $60,000 a year for 5 years to keep it going, and he came through with the money. You just never know. Sorry, I'm behind.
Oh.
Why not? I'll start a Bible study for $60,000 a year. I was talking to my sister-in-law last night, and I'm not saying anything against any religion. She's in some church. I don't even know what religion it is. I don't even think it really is a religion. But anyways, I was talking, my great nephew goes to church with her. It's her grandson, and somebody asked him last night what you learned at church, and he was talking about it, and I said, this is like one of the most, besides Christmas, this is one of the most amazing times to be at church. Because you're learning about the resurrection and whatever. And I'm not trying to get religious on anybody. If anybody doesn't believe in that, I'm not trying to push my religion or anything. Anyways, she said that they're in Proverbs, blah, 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 or whatever. And she goes, we don't learn about. I said, they don't teach you anything about the Easter season? And she goes, like what? And I said, well, like the resurrection, you know? And she's like, no, we just read the Bible and we're in Proverbs. And I'm like, so when do you cover the Easter stuff? At Christmas time or what? You know, I was like, what the heck, you know? Anyways, I just thought that was really weird. I mean, you'd think that they would keep the teachings around the season of the year, you know. Anyway.
I know what membership they underrated.
Okay.
Okay, I'm getting back to this. These things go cool. Here. That'll be great. Anyways, my point was, because he was talking about Bible reading and Bible study, and I said, so your church is pretty much just Bible study? She goes, no, it's church. And I'm like, but you don't learn anything about the season that we're in. So you're just reading the Bible, so it's just like a big Bible study. And she's like, no, it's church. I'm like, okay, whatever.
It's kind of like some religions. Well, we're Catholic, so like the Book of Revelations, they don't really do much teaching about the Book of Revelations in the Bible. But like I know there's some other like Christian religions where they focus a little more about like the Book of Revelations and stuff and study it more. Where like in Catholicism, we don't even talk about the Book of Revelations. So it's just different, you know.
Yeah, I suppose. Sadly, some churches only discuss Easter on Easter Sunday. Yeah.
What are you laughing at? No, I was trying to get it and I got it, so there it is.
There it is. You might as well put it out there.
Bam.
3.
Oh.
I don't know. I just thought it was just it. Easter was one of the, and Christmas, both were just one of the most amazing times at church. You know, everything else is just kind of boring. But I always thought during Christmas and during Easter time, those were just two of the most amazing times at church. I always remembered that.
Well, I'm going to ask you this because I don't know this, Nikki. Is Palm Sunday a Catholic thing, or do other Christian religions do Palm Sunday too? I think it's just Catholic.
I think it's just Catholic, but I don't know.
I think it's just Catholic.
Hey,
Maybe
Nikki.
Lutherans do it. I don't know what.
Did you get that payment from the auction show from me?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure, because in my PayPal it said that I still owed it.
Oh.
But as far as I know, it went through.
I still have to invoice Valerie.
I was wondering. I'm like, come on now, Nikki.
You're the only one I haven't invoiced yet.
Gosh.
Sorry.
Just tell me what I owe you. And I'll just send it.
I gotta go weigh your package.
Oh.
Okay. And that's all the way in my bathroom, so I'll get to it here.
Okay.
I still have my scale in my bathroom. Oh, Protestants celebrate it too, or most. So I guess it's not just a Catholic thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
I think I agree with you, Nikki, as far as like Easter and Christmas. I mean, as a child growing up in church, I think those were some of the most, I don't know. They were.
I just think those were the most interesting or the most exciting parts of church.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, those are the two seasons that I always remember from church as a child was Easter and Christmas. I just always thought that, and even as an adult, I think those are the two most amazing times. I mean, you know, and which it should be. And those were just the two amazing times. So I don't know. And I was excited to talk. The point of the matter is I was excited to talk to my nephew about this, but he's not even learning about it because their church thing is they come in, they do their thing or whatever, and then they send the kids downstairs for separate Bible study.
Right.
And so I thought, well, cool. You know, I'm going to sit and I was excited to talk to him about this because as a child, it was such an exciting time for me. And I thought, well, this is cool. I get to talk to him about, but he has no clue because they're not studying that yet. And it's like, when are you going to study it? During Christmas? You know? But apparently they don't, I guess. I don't know. I just thought it was weird. I'm not saying anything against any religion or non-religion or anything like that. I just thought it was weird.
Right.
Yeah, I guess, Tara, everybody does that Palm Sunday. You know, really and truly, I don't know much about other religions. That's kind of asinine to me.
Yeah, either.
But I really don't know that much about other religions.
I was raised Catholic. I went to Catholic school, 1st through 8th grade. So you get a lot of, you know, you have your religion class there. So everything is kind of based on Catholic.
I know some stuff, but I'm actually pretty ignorant on other religions.
Yeah. I've never been to I went to one Lutheran funeral, but I've never been to a Lutheran mass or anything.
Yeah.
You know, I think they're pretty much the same other than they don't kneel.
Yeah.
I think they just stand and sit and we kneel. Catholics kneel, but I don't think Lutherans do.
They seem a little quicker too. Lutherans do.
Huh?
They seem a little quicker too.
Do they? I went to that. Well, it depends what synod they are, because I can tell you I went to that Lutheran funeral, which was Wisconsin Synod, and boy, they're very. It was a very fire and brimstone type sermon that the preacher was giving. You know, like if you don't repent, you're going to go to hell. You won't be with this person. You know, to see them in heaven because you have to. You know, It was more like it was a little different, you know, because I just never been to like more of I call it like a fire and brimstone type service.
Yeah.
Tell you the truth, I mean, I'm Catholic. I never got confirmed though, so I mean, and then I moved here and I sort of fell away from church just because I didn't really care for the way this church was here. Our Catholic church has sort of moved away from what I would call like a traditional Catholic mass, which I like better. And they kind of are like now the church, they built this new church. Now it's the meeting place, or you think of like the traditional like altar for in a Catholic ceremony and stuff. I mean, they don't even have like a crucifix that they bring in, like when you do your procession coming in and procession leaving, or you have a crucifix or cross, that they don't even do any of that anymore. It's like they lost all that symbolism out of this particular Catholic church. Anyway.
No, I don't see anything on there, Ansley.
Sometimes it shows. Sometimes if you invoiced her, sometimes it'll say, do you have an unpaid invoice listed there?
No, I didn't invoice her.
Oh, you never invoiced her?
No.
Oh. Well, if you go, you know what? If she sent it friends and family, it might go a different way. Because one time, let me look. Because one time, Dwayne sent me a super chat through my PayPal, and it didn't show on my regular PayPal. It showed in a different spot. Let me go look here and see. Now it shows on there, but right away, I didn't see it right away. I'm not sure why, but let me see if I can remember where it is. I was going to go look. So go to.
I don't know.
No, that's not it. Activity. Did you try going to activity?
Yeah, that's what I went.
And it's not showing in there.
No.
Yeah, because mine shows. Let's see here. Uh-oh. Wait. Why do I have a fee reversal?
Thing chair.
Yeah, it should show it under activity. Wait a minute.
Well,
now I'm glad you guys said something, because now I'm looking at this. I might have gotten a return and didn't know.
Are you talking about March 5th? If you're talking about March 5th, then yeah. Sorry, I was a little confused.
Do you always get that notice under payments that say, please be aware that this payment can still be reversed even after you send?
Yeah.
And it says, but then it says, please accept or refuse this payment. If you accept this payment now and need to refund it later, the issue a refund link will be available. Oh, I've never seen that before. But I have something that says fee reversal. Here. Well, that says payment completed. I have a fee reversal on March 11th for one guy. And then on March 11th, after that listed, it says payment from. So how do I know if I got it or not?
Yeah, Ansley, I got yours. Yeah, I got yours.
I'm confused. 1054. Well, now I'm glad you guys made me look at my PayPal. Because it's not showing on eBay that I got a refund or that I got a return. March 11th at 11 a.m. he completed it. So the reversal was on at 10:54 a.m. and then he made a payment at 11 a.m. on the same day. This is something I got to ship out yet. Should I be alarmed by that, do you think?
What does it say?
At 10 on March 11th, one of the people that bought something from me sent me, it says at 10, let's see here. I got payment from so-and-so, and it says reversed, okay? And when I click on that, it says it was made on March 11th at 10:54 a.m., okay? Well, it was reversed at 10:54 a.m. But then if I go look up farther on my thing, on my list, for closer payments, you know, it says payment from the same guy. And it says completed. And then I go click on it, and it says it was completed on March 11th at 11 a.m. So he took back his payment at 10:54, and then he gave it back again at 11.
Maybe he tried to pay and his credit card wouldn't go through or something.
Yeah, that's happened to me before too.
Would it show that?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it show it as pending though if his credit card didn't go through?
Yeah.
Does it automatically go to your other source?
But I know it show as a payment reversal. That's what I mean.
I wouldn't know. I've never, ever, ever had a credit card declined.
Screw you, Jim.
You didn't hear the sarcasm in his voice, Sally?
Wait. Here's the good one. Try this one. This is the good one.
I have people at my store that do that crap all the time. They like have 5 cards and they're like, okay, let's try this one.
Okay, I'll tell you.
Declined.
Story.
Okay, let's try this one.
I go into Tractor Supply a couple weeks ago, and we had a bunch of gas charges. And gas charges, you know, they get taken out like Monday or the day after, day in between. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna go get something at Tractor Supply. I go in there, card won't work. Like, what the F? So I go out. It's the only card I got. Jim's walking across the parking lot. Oh yeah, I was gonna try to come and get you. All those gas charges went through, so it kind of pretty much cleaned out PayPal. You know, I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Well, I'm at the register. You know, like I don't know why this card's not working.
My husband filled the van up with gas.
Anyway,
I'm gonna have to call the bank because I know there's money in there.
yeah.
When
My check just went in.
It's $70.
Yeah.
Yes.
Famous last words. Or can I split this payment up into 5 different cards?
Is anybody? Well, there's this movie which is getting older now. It's called Best in Show. It's about these people going to this dog show. Anyway, my favorite part of the movie is they're at the hotel and she's like, "That's a good credit card. That one will go through." You know, and he keeps trying. He goes, "Ma'am, it's telling me to take the card away right now and cut it off." She's like, "Well, you have 15 days. You have 15 days to make a payment. That's a good card." I'm like, "It's just funny."
Yeah.
Huh.
Did you list those intake and exhaust things yet, Valerie?
Yeah.
They're listed?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Pick with Joy says, I sold a Toy Story item to someone in Australia. The item was paid, but then customer canceled because the shipping was too high. Would it ask them to pay all amount in the beginning? Yes. They have to pay that whole everything.
Yeah, they changed it.
All of the shipping that is incurred, duties and all that stuff. Yeah. So, I mean, it's very likely that it was too high.
I wouldn't tell anybody to do it just because it's just what we're doing. And even Tara's still well, I guess she hasn't questioned it lately. But when I ended international shipping, I mean, for us, it ain't scientific, but I can't see any real decline in our sales. It affected nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was such a small part of our sales anyway. I just didn't want to do it. I guess, but it's like shipping turntables. Somebody's got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure you tie down that platter good.
I think Todd's gone.
No. Well, this is to anybody. If you ship a turntable, make sure you strap that platter down good.
Oh, yeah.
That thing's going to fly around like a guillotine in that box and destroy everything. I'm sorry. I'm just reliving something.
Nice, Grandma Magic Classics. Yeah, yours went through to me, Mother's mustache.
Yep, then they just change their mind if it's too. They just don't understand that all that price includes all of the customs shipping. And it costs a lot of money for them to buy something in the States from Australia.
Yeah, and they got added value tax too. They get hit with when they buy.
I mean, that costs, and then, I'm sure that happens probably more often than we even know. Somebody's turned off because it's cost too much to ship.
Yeah. They'll try to talk you into shipping it, like let's say international first class. If it's something that weighs under 4 pounds, don't do it. Especially like to places like that because they have that added value. We ship something to England ourselves,
Mr. Peanut,
Mr. Peanut thing,
Mr. Peanut,
and that added value tax. I mean, when she goes there, well, they said there was postage due there, you know, so we ended up giving her a partial refund because they ain't worth her opening a return and shipping it all the way back. It was that damn added value tax. Well, they said there was more money due. Well, that's why we shipped the global.
And then we're done. We totally quit. We quit doing any foreign shipments, and then they came out with global shipping. I'm like, well, I'll give that a try, and it worked until it didn't. So now I'm like, again, yeah. If you want my stuff, move to the U.S.
There's a lot.
Good.
Yeah, I think Sally figured out that it was Carol Landis.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's who she said it was.
I think so. But I did not list the picture as Carol Landis. I just said I think I said it in the condition that it looks like Carol Landis because I didn't want to be pinned to that. I just did some keywords, you know, blonde bombshell type keywords. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never got a message back from Vincent, so I don't know. I mean, he didn't know if she was somebody, he would have known exactly who she was. But for some reason, me and Angie haven't heard back from him. I don't know. He just hasn't logged into his Facebook or what.
Okay.
He knows those women like crazy. So, like I said, if she was somebody, he would know who she was.
Right.
Well, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for the day. I hope everybody has a good day and lots of sales.
Have fun, Mary.
Go take a nap? No, don't take naps.
Don't
no
take
naps.
A nap.
No naps.
Naps are the devil.
I'm gonna try and fight through the nap. So, but I hope everybody has a great day, and we will see you later.
Bye, everybody.
Bye now.
Bye.